Good morning. Welcome to lesson 145 in the Course in Miracles. We are reviewing My Mind Holds Only What I Think with God. And the lessons we are reviewing are 129. Beyond this world, there is a world I want. And 130. It is impossible to see two worlds. And there are no other instructions, but we're being encouraged from the introduction to review for 5 minutes twice a day and then review on the hours. And before I commentary, I'm going to just read Team Spalding's channelings for today. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. If you have ever spoken to somebody who's practiced A Course in Miracles for several years, they will tell you there are two worlds. There's the world of the ego that drives most of you to take A Course in Miracles and do the lessons. And there is another world, a world of peace, happiness, joy, and understanding about how your thoughts, beliefs, and emotional guidance system work. You see clearly the direct relationship between what you think and believe and how you feel. Many of you have erroneous thoughts not based on truth. As you become more experienced, you see you don't need to believe every thought you have. This drives people crazy. They have this idea in their mind that every thought is worthy of their attention and love, and it is just not true. There are thoughts that come across your mind that you should look at and say, wow, that's a really unloving thought. I wonder who put that belief in there. Let me see what the belief is. The thought tells you there is an unloving belief hidden in your mind to generate the kind of thought. You must also remember that if you generate unloving thoughts, you are probably in the ego's realms. That means you recently made a decision based on the ego's world, a materialistic thought, a belief, an observation, a judgment, or something unloving. Once you take a step into the ego's thought system, then more and more thoughts of that same frequency come to you. They are not necessarily all contained within your brain. Your ego's thought system is a part of a massive thought system in a thought form fed so much food in your society. Movies about war, the Holocaust, starvation, rape, murder, and all those TV shows that have murder as their core feed the ego's thought system, so it has a tremendous amount of energy. When you take one step toward the ego's thought system, it can tumble in on you as if you've completely lost control of anything you have ever learned before, but you haven't. You've stepped into another frequency. In that frequency, you become an antenna for unloving beliefs and ideas. We want you to understand that. We want you to understand that the quicker you reclaim your place in the Holy Spirit's thought system, the love thought system, the kind thought system, the better. In the early phases of your Course in Miracles studies, you might be taken down a rabbit hole for a couple of days. You feel terrible. You feel like you made a terrible error. The Course is stupid and people think you're crazy. Maybe you are crazy. These kinds of thoughts can tumble in on you when you step into the ego's thought system. If you stay there for a couple of days, you cannot pinpoint the original thought that caused you to step into that thought form. So when you begin to feel bad, check yourself as quickly as possible and ask, what am I thinking about? Oh, I'm worrying about not having enough rent for next month's payment, or my husband's late and I'm worried that he's cheating on me. These kinds of thoughts send you into a tailspin and throw you right into the ego's thought system. You feel as if these lessons have gone out the window. They haven't gone out the window. You cannot straddle these two thought systems with a foot in one and a foot in the other. So what happens these early days is you might feel a little less stable as you hop from one thought system to another. You must remember that before the Course came to you, you didn't hop into another thought system. You stayed in the ego's thought system. Yes, it was tumultuous. Yes, it was frightening. Yes, it was many things, but it was constantly inconsistent. Now you get periods of peace when you are aligned, and that feels great. You feel comfortable, at ease, happy, and content with your studies. When you plummet into the ego's drain hole, we'll call it that because that's what it feels like, the contrast is tremendous. It actually feels worse than when you were there all the time. Please understand these things. Understand that you just have to grab your book, stop what you're doing when you feel yourself going down into a spiral, and head to your bedroom, to the bathroom if you're at work. Take an early lunch break if you can swing it, and get your book out to get yourself back on track as quickly as possible. This does not mean you are a failure. It does not mean you're a bad student. It means you are in a training program to change the most powerful thing in the world, your mind. I am that one that you know as Jesus. We will see you again tomorrow. There are only two thought systems, and oftentimes we get stuck in one over the other. It can be easier to get stuck in the world of the ego because we are more familiar with it now in this moment. But when we begin to hang out in the field of love, the world of love, it brings back those deep, unending memories of the truth, and we are called to it. It is what we all yearn for. I believe that that is the basis of hope. We know because we remember that there's something so much more loving and more kind than what we are seeing in this world. And we are searching everywhere, but we're searching in the ego world. And so the Course in Miracles offers us the alternative. It offers us the path to the correction, to the world that we want. It is the GPS of our soul. And so I encourage you to just really become aware today of the two lessons that we are reviewing, that there is a world beyond this one that we do want, that we can remember, that we have been to, that we are from. And we can't be in two worlds at the same time. And so if you are unhappy, if you are feeling not love in any form, you are in the ego's world. And as you recognize that, like recognizing the bad dream, you can choose to return to love. You can choose to focus back again on love. And just ask yourself what you can learn from the world that you find yourself in. That will begin to shift you. Have a wonderful day. I hope that you are granted many miracles with this lesson. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.